Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving into something that's probably keeping a lot of CFOs and FinOps teams awake at night, mastering AI cost transparency. It's this massive, fast-moving challenge in modern business right now. And today, we're going to break down how platforms like Cloudshot are completely flipping the script on how we handle it.
Get this, a McDonald's support chatbot recently shocked everyone by unexpectedly spitting out complex programming code.
Now, this wasn't some malicious hack. It just exposed powerful AI capabilities they never expected customers to actually use.
And this brilliantly hits the nail on the head. The real lesson here isn't coding, it's visibility.
So here's the deal. When your AI usage expands way beyond what you planned, your costs expand too. Well, traditional cloud reporting was built for, servers and storage. Those are predictable, they're easy to map out. But AI totally breaks the mold. Your AI bill is driven by these microscopic units called tokens, rapid-fire choices between different models, and let's be honest, the biggest wild card of all, human behavior. The sheer scale of this is wild. Just because of how AI pricing works, one single user can quietly burn through thousands of dollars in a week. And they're not doing it maliciously. They might literally just leave an ultra-expensive model on its default setting, completely unaware of the price tag. You could hand every employee a strict budget, feel great about it, and still get totally blindsided. One service can just eat through that budget like it's nothing. Which brings us to arguably the most frustrating number in cloud finance right now, 30. Because AI spend is so chaotic, your FinOps lead is stuck trying to answer leadership's two favorite questions. What are we spending, and is it worth it, using data that is already 30 days old? It's like trying to drive down the highway using a map from last month. You just can't govern effectively with that kind of lag. So, Cloudshot was built to close this exact gap by giving you a real-time look at every single dollar. Right at the top of the dashboard, it answers the CFO's biggest question in about 5 seconds flat. You get your total AI spend, your tokens consumed, your average cost for 1,000 tokens, and your number one biggest cost driver. And the best part? That's aggregated across every single AI service your company's plugged into. There's no waiting around for an invoice, no massive Excel sheet crashing your computer. You don't have to wait until the end of the month to survey the damage. You are seeing the absolute reality of your business in real time. Now, why is centralizing all this so crucial? Well, check out this real-world scenario. Last month, a marketing tool quietly racked up $4,200 in token spend. That is 3 times its actual budget. How? It just defaulted to the absolute most expensive model available, and nobody caught it. And managing that risk is all about lining up actual usage directly against your budget. At a glance, Cloudshot drops your projects into 3 simple buckets: who's safe, who's creeping up on their limit, and who is actively over budget. Again, this is the literal difference between stepping in on day 9 to fix a leak versus having a very uncomfortable conversation with your board on day 30. An executive almost never asks which individual person used the most AI. What they want to know is which business unit is devouring the budget. Cloudshot answers this right out of the gate by rolling up spend by department, business unit, and cost center. You drill into any of those slices, and boom, you see the costs, the tokens, the exact services they're relying on. It brings accountability back to the table. Suddenly, AI isn't some mysterious shadow IT expense. It actually has an owner. Let's get as granular as possible. We're talking about zooming all the way down to the individual user, seeing exactly who is using AI, the tokens they're burning, and the cold hard cost. Once you can line up a user's AI spend against their actual business output, you can finally answer the golden question: is this investment actually producing results? If someone is burning tokens but their productivity just doubled, awesome, that's a huge win. But if they're spending a fortune and their output hasn't moved an inch, well, now you know exactly where to start digging. As companies race to adopt AI across the board, a new reality is setting in pretty fast. Seeing it clearly matters just as much as building it. The whole philosophy here isn't just to hand you a receipt for your AI spend. It's to show you exactly where that money is driving real business value. I want to leave you with one final, absolutely critical takeaway from today's Explainer. Good AI governance starts with seeing the bill before it arrives, not after. If you are sick and tired of being completely blindsided at month end and you know you need this level of real-time visibility, then platforms like Cloudshot are exactly what you should be looking into. Thanks so much for joining me today. As you head back to your teams, I highly encourage you to ask yourself, do you actually know who is spending your AI budget right now? See you next time.